Hey, that's good chat. So that's one of the things that I'm doing, but uh, but we'll get going in a second. I just gotta drop some stuff around on Discord and things. Other than that, good to go. There we go. A couple of things I gotta pull up, but other than that, we're good to go. We can go ahead and get rocking. So I'm trying to remember where we are. We are in Recipe for Turnabout, and we're starting the trial? I think we're on trial day? Yes, we're on trial day for Recipe for Turnabout. Okay. Let me try to think. I don't remember what happened. So we're doing a retrial. I remember that. The retrial day for Birdie. For Bird? I don't remember her name. So bad, because she's actually quite cool. But for Miss Bird, I believe? So some dude was poisoned and killed inside a terrible French restaurant. And Miss Bird was wrongfully accused and convicted of murder via poison. So we're doing a retrial for them in order to clear their name. You know that it'll help much, but you know, whatever. And their trial was conducted by a fake Phoenix Wright, who is probably the guy that poisoned the other person, the weird gangster-looking guy with his crazy Brooklyn accent, which is very apparent in the way his text is written. I think that's what happened, right? Yeah, and there's an old man who always visits the bar. He was a witness. I think that covers everything. I think I'm back up to speed on what happened. I had to bring myself back up. It's been a few days. I haven't thought about this case for a couple of days. I don't know what it is about this case. It just like purged from my mind. But we're good. I think we're good. So we'll go ahead. We'll get into it. Let me double check, make sure that our sub count is correct. It probably is, but I want to double check, make sure we're good on that really quickly. I don't know if I have to update it or not. It should be correct though. We should still be at 3 sub points, but it's possible not. You know, sub might have worn off. We are back to 2. Okay. I'll have to update that. Let me update that real quick. My second monitor is so oh, I need a third monitor. No, I don't. I really don't. But like, I kind of could have one though. I wish I could just edit the goal directly. But I can't. I'm gonna change it to here. There we go. Change what it's titled. Goal amount is simple 15. We're starting at 2. And after 12. 1. It's the end of the year. I don't expect to get that anytime soon, but there we go. That's back up in there and in place. Good to go. We are ready to rock and roll through this wonderful trial. So let's get in there. Let's do it. Yes, load the selected save game. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. It is Bird. Okay. What's her first name? Maggie Bird. That's what it is. Waitress at Très Bien. Thanks to the phony me. Glenn Elk, who was the victim. Was a programmer and also had a band. Named like Bomb something? I don't know. Big Bang? Who knows? Victor Kudo. The Old Man. And John Armstrong. Owner and chef of Très Bien. And of course Godot. Oh lord, almost up. What's the name of the band? MC Bomber. Okay, that'll probably come into play at some point. The magazine clipping from December 5th. 1 month ago. Okay. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over. Sir, Scott's honor. Maggie? Oh. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How you feeling? As if you need to ask me your questions, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. Don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger! And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you squirrel up, I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. He's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course! I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. Hey, if something I say doesn't match with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Can't say how grateful I am, sir. Oh, this admires you so much, detective. Whoa! Oh, I skipped the whole line. Whoops, my bad. My finger slipped and I hit both buttons at the same time. It should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. January 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. That's always funny. Bitter. Mr. That's right. Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just, I addressed you in the previous trial. Your response was... you was talking to me? It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was, the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. It's not denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Hi, Gumshoe. How you doing? Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Yeah? Oh, sorry, sir. Name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. I see. The other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up with another case right now. I'm sure they got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline the basic facts of this case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn L. He was a professional programmer. He was on payroll of Blue Screens, Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The report accepts the sentence.
Was up died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Okay. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. Poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused.
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
Vivian Perkins, under the court record. Returns to the victim's crime scene. Executes victim C. Cool. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. Nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. The incident. Alright. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at the table, sir. You understand that the guy, Glenn L., was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. What? Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
The facts in this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
Yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you, that wasn't me! It wasn't me! Yeah, Phoenix Wright, the most intimidating man alive, right? His little meek body and whatnot. Alright, the incident. Place the victim... Can I stop you for just a minute?
What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said. And
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Is that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, that's true. 2 testimonies tie up on that. Both said there was no other guy at the table. Wait, dude, should I press this? No, definitely press harder. Need more on this. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trebian, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Look, a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the Defendant. God. Oh, you can kind of see. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree with that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Troit, could anyone have overlooked the second person at the table? He's invisible.
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
That photo added to the court record. What's up? It's not the guy went. Oh,
his radio.
His radio, you'd say.
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Meg told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? Wait, dude, should I press on this point a little harder? I mean, definitely. Get all the information we can. Yeah, what was the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah? How should I know?
I think so a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. Doesn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
There's poison were found in this coffee cup. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else.
I'm not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper?
Ha! You put salt and pepper in your coffee, trite?
The victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
Like, dude, should I press on this point a little harder? Of course! Let's press everything. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of this coffee?
Yeah, what do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
He's dead!
In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to waste. You have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
This is the cup.
This.
Can you... Would I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in his cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this.
For the record, the only prints on the cup are the victims and the defendants.
Coffee cup added to the court record.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
We found was potassium cyanide, punch. Potassium cyanide, I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history.
How much is too much?
A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off.
20 grams? How much is that?
You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
Earwax, huh? Seems like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of.
Gross. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
Well, looks like Miss Bird might have felt kind of a motive. Some kind of a motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown right out of proportion.
You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Check out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another.
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying you can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe.
She was... they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it! But we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he saw the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie saw the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Of course! Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicates my client.
Huh. If here on my hand, the very ticket in question.
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting the search of the defendant.
What?
Order!
Huh. He's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quickly. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during the body search of Maggie. I'm sorry, ticket out of the court record.
This ticket was presented. Oh, was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. It feels heavier now somehow. Like $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. That's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime in which he is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows its score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, with that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. Don't mind an old man who's weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, it's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. You have more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron of the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Ah, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... it can't be blood, can it? Huh. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's wasn't the first thing that caught my eye. Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. There's something else? I presume you mean... of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? The search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What?
Order. Court will accept these items into evidence.
Apron added to the court record. Why Maggie at the time of the incident? It was a small pocket, but big stain. Maggie powdery poison bears Maggie's fingerprints from the apron pocket.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. I'll explain the bloodstain on to the court.
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. I don't know anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could the stain really be blood?
No way, sir.
It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking something or someone their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gunn.
Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness.
I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and supporting evidence have all been clearly established.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are phony after all. Yeah, I know how to drive a man nuts.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Grab for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation.
The investigation? The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Oh, if Maggie had passed out from the shock, it must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. Well, we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we got a lottery ticket. Oh my god! And a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. That's not true.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. Let the fun begin. I don't even need to press. I already know what this is. Make a research, and that was it. There was nothing missing from the crime scene. Oh. Your Honor, what do you think about this? Okay. Never mind. I guess technically that wasn't missing.
Alright. That seemed like it was really obvious, but I guess not. Okay, well, in that case... Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's waiting at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, I was just talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at the seeds.
Seeds.
Huh. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in that place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. And I get passed up with a shock. How long was the defendant unconscious for? Yeah, the officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. I think he was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took about 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet she would have liked to have carried out the search, too. But I'd love to see Maggie asleep like that. All pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional birdwatcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, that's not pretty red right now. That would have been weird, watching her sleep and stuff. Didn't have any. Are you sure that's what... Are you saying that... Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on the bell. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw. I'll give him a bit of an edge. I'm onto something here. It was pretty quick. Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quick?
Oh, that?
He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
Was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenn L. visited his doctor before he went to Trey BN.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court.
I do. Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ask about the prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty. Victim's prescription bag, under the court record. The victim got this from the doctor before going to training. The bag is empty.
Huh.
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate. Are you tried? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Well... I want to hear about the other half. Wait a sec. Basically... I guess I were able to identify him so quickly. Oh, that... That's a prescription bag. This doctor... The victim's name from the medical records of the doctor prescribed the meds.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to report.
Oh, I can't ask that? Okay. Maggie was searched, we found the ticket and the bottle. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, is it impossible somebody plants the evidence on Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. I had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, like, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. It's a pretty bold statement. Gotta back it up with some evidence. Well, I'll see if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support the theory, Mr. Resume your testimony, witness.
The $500 million lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's that those two items were accounted for. Wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh, yeah. One the restaurant owner took. You want a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
They're just going to let him get away with it?
It was just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in the testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. He wasn't giving us anything to work with. He can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something.
Yeah, that's true.
Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. The hope is that they're so dumb, they miss something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Ah, God, I feel like it's gotta be the paper. Hmm. We get past over the shock. Didn't have any identification. Who it was? We might search. So that was it. There was nothing else missing. Whoops. No lottery ticket, so everything was accounted for. Like Dumb and Dumber. Why not? What about the medicine? Wait, right? The bag's empty. It's probably somewhere. Yeah, okay. Put it in the paper, because that was like tucked under a thing. But Gumshoe, I think you should point some. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally!
Getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the treasure bag you mentioned was empty. The officers recovered the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to trade the end. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to?
You are too cool, pal!
God. Don't shoot yourself.
Indeed. Consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared.
The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself! Order, order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that?
That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngology Clinic. Otolaryngology.
What kind of illness is the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? We're gonna pretend like that's not a word.
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. Like a bitter war wound, you could say.
Oh, war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. L found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum?
And what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? Nani? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at trade the end. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No! Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. He's right. I can't get away with any old weak objection, which I do.
Ooh.
I mean, why would he apply it in the restaurant, though? Right? That seems kind of weird. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. Seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication at trade the end. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? That too.
But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that that medication is irrelevant.
It hardly seems likely that it's
prescription in the wrong would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable.
That's enough. Mr. Godot, as a detective, the only witness the prosecution wishes to call. Mr. Godot?
I've got my own witness I like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Mr. Kudo, the pitchcater?
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay, good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Oh boy. January 7th, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Phew, that was close.
Tell me about it.
Oh, he died in there. That's my line, sir! No, it's my line. He really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. Can't believe Detective Gumshoe! How did he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, guy's gotta do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about the lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. It really hurt this time. Felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't want to see him again. Gumshoe. So, the next one is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Over a waitress outfits and projectile seeds. He's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, it's a big old grouch. You gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Alright, get back into it. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Alright, let's get it. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me.
Man, that is not right.
Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times.
You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? Listen, youngin'. How much call do you think there is for a kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do. For kids back in Japan, I embroidered family crests and kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, I'm a craftsman. I'm a dying breed. Hey, maybe he's gonna embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint. Kind of smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness. Were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh, yes. I was eating some seeds over a cup of Java Cheetos. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps.
Did I? Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then please tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you every last detail.
Let me get into this. What I witnessed.
There was this cute waitress girl, and she had this really tiny skirt on. I could see all of her thigh. It was pretty cool. And sometimes, if she walked a little too fast, you could see way up under the thigh, almost right there into the underwear. It was pretty cool.
Anyway,
the young man was reading the sports paper. The servant girl brought him Javachino, but he pushed something. Man took one sip of it. Oh, he was in terrible pain and then collapsed. There's the servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she is not a servant girl. They refer to her as a waitress. As bad as the rest of them. Oh, these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones? Newfangled. Oh, the stars and radios and glasses and wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. It certainly is. Cross-examination. Okay, what do we got? I'm now doing this. Sports paper. So you saw the victim, then? You saw Mr. Glenell.
I wanted to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not.
He was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say that you could see the victim, well, that means you were sitting at the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
Ha! I go to that place to drink Giappuccino. I don't go there to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
When you got there, you go there to eye the waitress. That's true. He does. Honestly, I don't blame him. He do be hell like you. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure that's what you saw?
Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
I see.
Eyesight's fine. Doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
But his eyes are only really fine when he's helping out a waitress.
And I saw what that server girl put in the Giappuccino as well.
But I know it's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. Alright, what do you got? Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness to add, I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this successfully.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder.
Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? Took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar? In a small brown bottle like that? Like that?
Yes, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Huh. A bottle like this, perhaps?
Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you?
Took one sip of it like it was in terrible pain and died.
Just one sip?
Youngins, it's everything. What was that machine cost? $8. In the good old days, I drank every last drop, eating the cup, and then died.
Congratulations. You earned the title of Fattiest Man to Grace Courtroom. So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible.
Oh, yes, he stuffed number without as much of a twitch. I've had the Giappuccino, I just drank turned sour in my stomach.
Oh, yes, I know that feeling. I have accidentally slipped Godot into Edgeworth's voice, but that's fine.
And the waitress, I assume she's...
That's the serving girl right there. You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Any particular features? To disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up her you know. She's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear such a uniform, even me.
But Mr. Wright, you spared the court any further mental anguish from that image.
Don't feel excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. Honestly, I would love to see Rita try to bet that, but I think it'd be hilarious. I guess I got a bit carried away.
The things I recognize about her too.
He's pretty sure of himself. Press harder. I don't know exactly what he remembers. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant. What else you add them to your testimony? Sure. There's a ribbon in her hair and an apron strapped for these. Ribbon in her hair? Does she only wear a ribbon? Oh, I guess she does only wear a ribbon. Okay.
You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. What about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
Ha! And if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right! I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. So doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. I do. I think there's something more to this somehow. Ask about Scrap. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that? What? Oh, I see. Yeah, he is very interested in them straps. Maybe he won a couple of straps from himself. Anyway. The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. The fascination. Fascination? People have all kinds of fetishes, Troy. We don't need to embarrass the witness. Listen, you young upstarts! I haven't got a super sick strap fetish. Is there any relevance to this witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps. I said we got a strap fetish. How many times I've got to repeat myself? Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo. Make it strapless. You think old CD really saw Maggie do it? He probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. There's a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was for him. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. What's the press again? Can I ask that question? Objection! I wouldn't remember. So it's the straps. That's right, you can tell the ribbon was red. That's the way it's back. The identifying features you describe are all things you would see from the back. Sure what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Objection! Huh. He's got you there, Gramps. People only talk about facial features when they're asked to describe something. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. Yeah, this is harassment. I tell you, this is straps and ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that's to your testimony. Sure, sure. Well, that testimony's getting longer and longer. But I can't find a hole in it soon. It'll get even longer, I bet. I saw her from the front. You don't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, correct? No question about it. I didn't come to your waitresses. I didn't come this far to back down now. Mr. Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. I really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought. There's some concrete proof of this. Maybe the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Let's see if he really saw Maggie do it. It's definitely with that last statement. Didn't see anything that caught my interest when I saw her from the front. I mean, she wears glasses. That I don't know if I necessarily say that that's interesting, but it's definitely like a somewhat identifying feature. Like people use glasses. There's also the case of her apron, right? Yeah. It's got a whole bunch of stains on it. Yeah. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. That bloody thing would suit fit like you just perfect. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I have. You think I forget something as dirty as that? Hmm? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since they said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means you had really seen this apron before. Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Oh no. Witness. You can't just oops your way out of this.
Huh. Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird?
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee, this old guy was watching.
I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing.
You just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what a burger customer wanted.
You can't remember? Probably like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Honestly, probably.
That's just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
About the victim.
He was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. And the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. The official picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. And then he died. The story we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in great detail. Oh, yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are you gonna handle this, Nick? You need to do one thing. You need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Let's strip him up. I mean, isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but that's what I do best. About the victim.
Spectacles. They're glasses to you. The lenses was green, but it was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well.
He could have some kind of lens over his left eye. I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and try from Mr. Godot's sharp appearance.
Ah, you better come up with something sharp and quick. Let's wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Newspaper in his right hand? The newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
That young hooligan, any ass, can't you even read without fidgeting, Well, that's supposed to be able to read the back pages of the wrestling going on. I needed to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why don't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you judge me?
Ow! Ow! Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. I was listening to wireless. The wireless?
The descendant young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper, listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
Using an earpiece? It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Is he that desperate? Wasn't on the radio?
What are you looking at me like that for? How dare you feel sorry for me?
Ow! Ow! The servant girl question brought over the Javachino. You mean the waitress, who you only saw from behind, right?
You're one of those, are you? Maybe that anything goes, isn't that right?
Maybe?
What's the matter if I saw it from the front or behind? I don't lie.
Ow! Ow! I'm not pushing until I've got some hard evidence. Free hand, like I said? His free hand?
Yeah.
Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before? Cloth ears? I thought he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? His free hand wasn't his right hand, and which hand would it be?
Huh. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Yeesh. Let me ask him. Why did he gang up on me and treat me like a freak? The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. This old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. We can find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything to do, the smallest detail. We just need one mistake, and he's ours. What did that difference?
Look at new stuff. My crime photo. What are the news? Well, what are the newspapers gone too? The victims and Maggie's finger. Hold up. That's a very minor detail. Okay. Okay. Whoops. With his free hand. It definitely was not his free hand. I mean, I guess it was his free hand. Not the free hand you're implying. If you notice on the coffee cup, with where the stain is positioned, right in the center there, he picked it up with his right hand. Because the handle's on the right side and the stain's in the center. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory?
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
Yeah, what is this, kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there was a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup with his right hand.
Wait.
Well, Mr. Kudo, we're just waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Ah! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the farm where he... What? Or wait! If you think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong! You care about your dirty coffee cup? I know what I saw! You can insist some vegetable. Hey, Brad, so the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. He's a dead young hot pot. And you spiky-head yahoo, who are at fault? Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I gotta say. I'm sorry, Mr. Godot, but...
Sure, why not hear a little more?
Mr. Godot!
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. This is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
Oh boy.
The boy was wearing the earpiece in the same size as the green lens of his specs. Kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. Then he used the same hand to pick up the coffee, his left hand. I think the victim was wearing an unusual monocle on his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD, a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HD, TV, DVD, CD. Oh, these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are facts. Good old black and white.
Left side or right hand? Oh. I'm wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his spec. Which is his left. Has the programmer run HMD over the left off? So the victim was wearing an HMD.
HD, TV, CD, DVD, what does it matter?
It's none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side?
No question. I can only see the other side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of that side of the victim's head.
So fiddle with the wrong tab.
Well, it seems you keep an eye on Mr. Glenn L.
He was getting on my nerves. Watching that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. Anyway, made all that fuss dying up from one sip of Cappuccino. Say to him, calm down, you young brat. Look at him, made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. I think that was a walking ball of nerve energy. Nervous energy. Or you pick up the cup too. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? Those people, aren't you? You tell you using your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Fasten your left cuff with the right hand. How else would you fasten your left cuff? It's a lot easier to do with your other hand. Okay. But you guys says on your right side, you see the famous blah blah. Anyway, relatively looks that. Well, aren't you? No, I didn't mean. Obviously, use your hand at the same time as buying the earpiece was in. Ow! He had the HMD on his left side, and it was his left hand, I guess. Let's say I had to pick up the cup with the left hand. Just be very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. Because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play at me. Looks like he really did see you do that, picking up the cup with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? You gotta tell the truth. Even so, something's not quite right. Check evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? He's wearing the earpiece on the same side. Wait a second. On the left side, wasn't. They don't have any evidence? Dang. Didn't he apply? Left eardrum was ruptured, so he wouldn't wear it in the left ear. During the whole time. It should be over his left eye. That would probably be why he was fiddling with it so much, right? Because he had a ruptured eardrum. Probably painful. That... Yeah. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observation of the victim. Wait. You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can knock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? I'm gonna go unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Patient. Very patient. Order. This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. So, man, my drop of milk. Captain, you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. Mark on the ribbon clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never make that, I know I'm right. That drank his cappuccino with his left hand. It puts you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched it to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible! Witness had already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands with one hand on the other. Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this.
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by the witness is useless.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceeding. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But, to be frank, his testimony is a farce. It is good to be so frank. Take that, you pompous old fogey! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. Court is adjourned.
Hold it!
Wait! We stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo. I think that blue-suited young upstart over there. That was a bubbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
How is your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've got my mouth shut until now. There's something else the court should know.
What? There's more?
To be very honest, it might not be anything. I want any chance. I'm gonna crack at you, you young shark.
Me? I feel like I'm some sort of evil showdown.
Well, everyone, be safe for the one final showdown. Your final champion is the Sacred Gold Man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps.
I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What do you got to lose, Captain? You can be the Jamachita you want him. You can come to my house after the trial. 58 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
Better get ready, youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? Gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Honestly, though.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. I remember something over the table as soon as he took one sip of the Jappuccino. Well, the Trump's idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Everything's upside down,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that all? Yeah, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again. You doubted poor defenseless old man. No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Did you get the thing there's a question hanging on everyone's lipstick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I could think of. I had to cross-examine this guy.
You're bird brain, that's why you can't. It's all you can think of.
Oh.
Very well, Mr. Roger. Final cross-examination, please.
Alright, well. The final showdown. Well, I'm on stress. This might be nothing. There is a vase? Yeah? Yeah? Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
Huh? So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch.
Ow! Stop! Ow, it hurt. Ow. Ugh. Ah, God, ow.
Enough. If there are any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah. What is it now? I just remembered something.
Yes? Go on.
Broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, suddenly that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
No one needed to hear that, but okay. Why got such a big smile, Godot?
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question, though. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Wait a minute! In this case, there's more! I've got more to say! Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff! Escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait! Listen to me! I remember there was this hot waitress girl, and she had these really big toddies. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we've heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Panic, he did it. I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. One more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor. The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be reviewed. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. Each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. I'm really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. There you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. The incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This is a piece of testimony. Like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? Well, that is all. This court is adjourned. Ooh, to be continued! Oh my god! Right now, as soon as continuing, we're doing it right now. We're staying here. Nothing's changing. That's all there is to. I mean, that's the end of it. Like we're gonna keep going. We have an investigation to do. Probably be the rest of the stream. Depends on how short it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually like a long investigation or not. January 7th, 12:52 p.m. Right in the offices. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It's a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess we get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. Who knows what old Mr. Kudo saw? The apron strapped and the ribbon. That the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. I have a terrifying case of contradictionitis. We could play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah. Gotta find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Stop. Alright, still the Detention Center to start off with. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too! Maggie! Maggie! Keep down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. It feels like it, though. Très bien, right? I guess I have a très bien. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... just call it 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. Getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number! It would have only be $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Eh? Oh, it's you. Oh, yeah, I was, I just listened to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? Why are you eating this garbage? This is a nightmare. You're supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal. Let me drove her into a corner, you know. They always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, did you do it today? Sorry, there's just weren't any holes in it. For once. Yeah, what happened? Usually testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? You prefer crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, in this case it's already been rule bombed. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, Did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean?
Well, can I just put it again? Can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that.
What? What?
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick? Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. Are you okay, Gumshoe? Everything good? Look, I know you got a crush on Maggie and all that. It's okay. You can work it out. You know? Not every relationship is you know, a free ride. Sometimes you gotta basically convict them guilty in court. You know, sometimes you just gotta do that. You know, you gotta do it for love. Really show you care by making her be guilty in a murder trial. So, did you like the Twin Tea set?
I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for $20? I guess I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate.
Delicate. I mean, you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with you? It's like he's thinking. Oh my god.
That's it! I'm trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. I realize it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you pay $20 for it, you know? You should have found out first after he had finished eating.
Hey, Nick, maybe that's why Glenelg came here. Maybe you heard about the Super Fierce Twin Tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Hey, Glenelg, that reminds me. I still hardly know anything about the guy. Maybe I have to Gumshoe what he knows. Weekends is here. Well, first, the radio. So what were you all excited about earlier?
Eh?
Oh, that's right, you said you were listening to the radio.
Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe. Oh my god. I don't know why I get on so much playing this game. I really don't. I don't know what it is. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. It's a little me. What are you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the daily exercise show.
A single lock? What the? What's that clock?
It's less much as lobster, sure is great.
And why are there tears in your eyes?
Alright, well, let's present him. Yeah, they're a programming genius. I called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Will he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe? Do you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. L worked yet? Might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. or something like that.
Like a real stable company.
It'd be fun, Nick. Let's go.
Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. They'll be fine. You know all about the high-tech stuff. I wonder about that.
Yeah, it's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Is that a firm called Blue Screens Inc? Oh. Alright. I don't know if they have the Magatama ready, but... the Psych Lock ready, but...
Maybe nobody was listening to. Hey, time to go shoot.
Tell me the truth, what are you listening to?
No, wait, pal. She's made a big thing out of it. I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to...
I kind of figured.
Yeah. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you tried to win big just like Glenelg did.
It's... So you can see right through me.
Huh? Cracked them already?
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing.
Understandable. Unlocked successful. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I think I'd give it a try. Never won in the lottery.
So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing and all that. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I want the same kind of ticket as Mr. Alex, see? And they've got a special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. Thanks, pal.
That's what Mr. Elk was intending to do on the day that he was killed.
Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire Radio.
Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m.
Millionaire Radio? That's cool.
I want to try it, Nick. Buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. You did work a day here. You should have a paycheck coming, right? Let's, I guess, go to Blue Screen Thing. Oh my god, look at those nerds! Understand Blue Screen Thing.
Wow, this is so high-tech.
Oh, let's smell the electricity in the air. There's a computer firm, Maya. You can't work without electricity, you know.
Who are you?
Oh my god, I love you!
Oh, hello? I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood!
Who is this woman? Like a robot from some kind of whack educational show. I don't know, but I love her.
My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director.
Director?
She's human?
She seems like a ghost in a shell. It's an anime joke. Never seen it. I just know it has robot humans in it, that's it. I guess androids is the correct term. Well, it's about robots. The thing overrides. It's not the same device as mine, Hulk. That TMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around. My HDMI, or an HDMI, an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screen Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I don't mind on. Her design is amazing. So the very polygonal chest there is an interesting design choice. Also, I dig it. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components for them. Ha! That's me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs.
CDs?
Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage medium. Of course, these are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? Researching the impact of logical access to global variables. Obviously, program structure improves responsible time and performance for the codependence of global variables and memory overheads is vitally important in the source of. Well, you get the idea. This is sort of the thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? From what I read, definitely. I didn't read all of it though, so I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Plus, anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. But I couldn't tell him anything either, because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen Inc. Oh. How about Mr. Udd's death? Have you figured it out already? No, not yet. It's this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Got a lot of cash. Dang. Look at that. Look at the fat stacks of cash. Okay. Oh, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. That's pretty average to me. She can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Well, this kids can work under any condition, you know. Trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. Don't hurry, though. Hey, this calendar. What about it? This is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. So let's mark December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Ogg was murdered. Anything else? Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? John's calendar under the court record. Huh. Interesting. A bunch of servers back there? Hey, Dick, look! The supercomputer! Looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? It isn't really as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That's why we don't use the computer in our office. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. We'll see about that one. Getting no Monica vibes. These pairs almost look like they're moving. Kind of unsettling. Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we try to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. I mean, I don't know if I'd say futuristic is necessarily a settling thing, but, or like a calming thing. But it's cool. He's pounding on that keyboard, isn't he? Wow, I think that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? Guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old Seedy's apprentice. What about your spirit medium training? Oh. Okay. Well, that seems to be about it. Cool. Let's go back to Trade Anything going on in the kitchen? Huh? Sir Armstrong's talking to somebody. What's that girl? I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you. Oh god. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid I might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No. Stop it, I beg you. Please don't let me down. I'll be watching you. I know. This is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone. I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh, no. You do not have to worry. You know you worry far too much. It is for him to relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Oh! I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye. I have lay shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There. Oh, oui. It feels good. Oh la la! Excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes! Your eyes! If you have trouble with your eyes, you would need this, the oil of sandalwood. Just the leftovers of what you were just using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you a dish supreme. You got a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is bread. I just want people to think that the restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on a
cheap plastic trays? Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I would defend it to the finale. No one would take it from me. Okay. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Well, yes. Sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. So polite? Graceful? She's like raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next time. Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. None! I have everything ready, I promise. What did I think about it? Wait, Maya? I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. Think so? Well, then let's show them that piece of evidence and see what happens. Oh, okay. Well, is it this one? Yes. Look at that people exist, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. They kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? I being sure. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what if you agree to help them? No, I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman lace me up and eat me with the salad garnish. Ew, I hope it doesn't mean that you'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right? Ah. Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. Please tell us. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, come to this. What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the depth. It is a sign of the bad world we live in now. No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, the tender lender, it is called. Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Well, your monthly stipend, Maya. Hey! It's a bit more than that, thank you very much. So the lender is a loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they would have gotten... I wonder if they got anything to do with this case. Probably. I am a weak woman, and I am upset. I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like a slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who's this he? The tiger. The tiger? Oui, he is the manager of the tender lender, a terrifying man, a big city mobster. And he shouts at me, my knees are trembling, and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As I hear the noise of that battered old scooter, he rides, I start to cry. Big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by chance? Oh, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Oh no. Oui, he does have the spiky hair just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office was checking out after all. If you want to visit the tender lender, it's just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some. As long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Yeah, Vitamin Square, oh. Well. What? Well, I've got to head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. That Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Goodbye. You have fun, Gumshoe. We'll miss you. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for,
Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? It's lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? A person on Earth who could down this much meat. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of the tender juiciness. Will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please. Please say you will, pal. Can't really say no, can I? Don't choose lunchbox, given to Maya to carry. A tenderly handmade lunchbox. Also stomachs with love and plenty of weenies. Why did it take him so long? It's literally just like a big pot full of weenies and rice. And that's it. Why does that take so long? It took all morning. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm glad you give that to Maggie. No problem. Good shit. It's finally gone. I have no issues helping you with your dating woes, Mr. Man. Oh, Scooter Scene. Trader 7, Vitamin Square. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kinda hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least not for now. Besides, I need more seeds today, and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Well, the bike's back. But I'm gonna go to Tender Lender. There's 7, Tender Lender. Win through compromise. This gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? It's like the tiger isn't in his lair. That is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome! What a creepy voice. Makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, it's her! You're here to discuss a loan. No, not exactly. The manager's away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. God, I love her too. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'll be okay? Of course! No one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk. Please. Dick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? No, we gotta check things out. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. Don't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. Why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. It was right before, back at Trade the End. There's fashion is more my thing. I really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. I do too. Win through compromise. Win through compromise. What is that supposed to mean? Must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, hi. That. Ah! That's Tender Lender's guiding principle. Oh? Optimize the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, we wouldn't have... as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. I'm still got no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Let's see. This front doll thing is called a Dharma, I think? I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering. You're not making stuff up for a change? You also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself? Come on, Nick, give him a good show. Only if I feel like dying. And that's the other thing? This is a Japanese chess piece. It's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything, but sort of a reversey person, you know? More of a reversey person? To make she knows what she's talking about. These aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Ew. Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? He did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $2,000 to replace a bumper and a lighter? Or and a light? That's insane! Car's registered to... The Daverinis? Huh. It's never the Tiger's car. What's someone else's repair building in the Tiger's office? For $50,000 paid by Tiger to the Cadaverini thing. Okay. Shogi? That's the name of it. Shogi. Japanese chess. Shogi. Honestly, I would not mind learning Shogi. But it's apparently, like, super complicated. Still. Look at this Parisian South coat. It's so chic. It's more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this! This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. Same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick? Gotta take a look at this. Some cake. Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly, otherwise. Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you, understand? I'm scared, Nick. So... what were you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of the suit. That's an attorney's badge. Is the Tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. I've got a paper. Oh boy. Paper badge out of the court record. And a tender lender. Cardboard and painted to look authentic. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why does anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see them? Why doesn't? Oh no, someone dropped the ashtray on the floor. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning it up was such a pain. One of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. She managed to knock one of those over. Are they supposed to be like super heavy? Oh, hey! There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give out much nowadays. But places don't give those out much nowadays. Wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Trey the End. Trey the End. Match is added to the court record. These for advertising? Matches come in handy. I might be able to use them. Yeah! Kind of late for the office weather keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Alright, do I risk my life? Let's risk my life. The seat thing on the desk next to the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. But let's open. I wonder what kind of music the Tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? There's anything else that doesn't belong to you. There's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach is killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. Let's take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? It's the demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This was the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Bomber into the court record. MC Bomber? Ah! Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We were just... Oh, my precious carpet. You've got ash on my rug. I'm gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. Sorry, like that. You was wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs.
Ah! Oh? On Tiger, back.
Back that voice. You seeping into your head through your ears? Am I right? Yeah, I am right. Okay. I kind of figured it was her.
I'm sorry.
Don Tiger?
Don Tigre,
I guess?
I knocked over that ashtray earlier and...
Eek. Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right.
Huh?
Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing.
What?
What? What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. You'll need some strong espresso when you're discussing your loan.
Ah, Phoenix, right.
Yes?
It was either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? No questions. This is the last time we meet. Wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You didn't tell he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Well, you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream. Hold it. Either.
Espresso?
Ah!
And cookies.
Something's definitely not good for my heart.
What was it the tiger called her?
Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
The warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. It consists of a conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy.
I really think the sentence is going to end well. I'm not going to know.
We will temporarily lend you that little bit extra. Here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Right & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's the $500 you owe me from the card game for starters. Why don't you take it out a loan?
Why would you take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So, say I'm late with my repayment, what happens then?
I'll give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident?
Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger.
Curio Tigre.
Curio? Tigre? That's where the tiger thing comes from.
Senyoff's got a real name, Nick! We haven't find out more about him.
Sure. Possibly part of the staff of Tender Lender? A thoroughly bitter person. I have the Tender Lender, loan company, also known as the Tiger. Can I ask you about the Tiger? I mean, Mr. Tiger?
Cookie?
Sure.
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours. No. Ladies first, Maya. When I hard look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing? What? Scary? It's not scary. She's misunderstood.
We are lovers.
That's not coming across in your tone of voice.
I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you.
Please address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to...
Okay, Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. You saved her life. Would you like to know how that happened?
I would, too. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once.
You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. Gave up everything.
Everything?
And I found out what he had done for me. I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding it a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee.
an espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got that bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? You put it on after the operation. The operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. a fatal injury? I just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Oh, of course. Of course, of course. Ooh, that's a lot. Thanks. She really keeps me out, Nick. Same here. I've got to find out the truth. Okay. Well, I don't think I have enough information here. We still gotta go talk to Maggie. There's 7 vitamin square. There he is! Let's see if he's back feeding the pigeons again.
There! Take this! And this! Get out of my park!
Like I thought, he's really mad. Yeah, come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello? Old man? What are you doing, Maya?
Hey?
Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet he really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo!
Pigeon! Okay.
Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
How with the demons? And with the good fortune.
Ow! Ow, ow. Please, just winners. Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Today's try. I don't know what happened in Porto today.
You're gonna be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside. I can't remember her face. Pretty depraved animal.
Not at all.
Listen to me, boy. I don't care what you said. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some light powder in the young lad's Javicino.
I hear you.
And another thing. The young layabout was wearing an earpiece. At the same time as the lens with broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
I made a little mistake about the vase, so what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, okay, take it easy. Please, Mr. Kudo.
That's what I'm saying. It easy, you spike hit, Brent. Take this.
You said you're a craftsman, right?
No matter what case under craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long-line craftsman right back to the time of the Shogun. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one.
Actually, I'm in the same situation myself.
Hey. I stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose. Strip him right down his ear hole. Injection.
Oh. So did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I've got a tsunami of frustration inside it's ready to burst out.
I'm sort of rambling now. You might never shut up. What could I do? Maybe there might be something useful. I don't know. It's for a little talk. So, there's not much to call for crashing these days.
Of course not, you idiot! I'm looking for 9 days of running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread, and that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost. That's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes. It's an inconvenience, you see. At home, at a restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did you just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Travian? You could ask her on an errand there, too?
Yes, I did. That young brat was poisoned.
What? Well, to say the incident, what were you asked to do?
As you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad jumped over the table. Servant girl collapsed. Yeah, I broke that vase. Don't happen so fast. I was in a bit of a daisy. Yeah, young shouted over me.
Excusez-moi. You call the police?
I'm yourself! I should have said back, but I didn't think it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Would you call them on your cell phone?
Heh! Do I look like I had one of those newfangled thingamajiggies? I was looking for a payphone for it.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. I was around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened?
Yes, sir, the owner was at trivia on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Would have if you give me the chance. You all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
Hey, wait a minute. Yes, case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the one's to blame.
Could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? Yes. Important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, I mean that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah.
Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We can get out more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. Well, let's go talk to Mr. Armstrong. Maybe I trade in. Okay. Well, maybe not. I think Mr. Armstrong's out again. The place is open for business.
I never opened a restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened. Mr. could have left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Ah. Missing we need to talk to him the most. Are you trying to avoid us on purpose? That is possible. Nothing looks different from what I remember. Nothing here? Nothing looks different here either. Alright. Well, let's head to the center just then. Oh, Mr. Wright! Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you. Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? Let's stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty... It was pretty touch and go in there. Not a thing. People say that. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. It's possible that she is the one that's remembering things? Well, first things first. Here you go. Oh, yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? Lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? No, it's Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. I have to send her rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. Those are the rules! We'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies! Oh? Really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... she's right, it's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Choose lunchbox eaten with Maya? Well, how was it? I had the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. That's so sad. It's really sad. I feel bad for Gumshoe, man. Like, what the heck, dude? Alright, well... I guess let's talk to, her. Maggie? You know how you said everyone else had a testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. Didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today? It was the waitress that put some white powder in the coffee cup? Do you think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. That CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh, yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber Maya. It was scrawled on the sports paper as well. And we have the CD. It was found in the lender place. Never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. I see. What the victim's medication? That's not missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. What was the thoughts about after the incident? Because you passed out when the victim, Glenn L, collapsed, right? Yeah, it's so embarrassing. I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. Before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Travian. No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? Other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Well, CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, are unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? Well, you consider the facts. I don't imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. Like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. You sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, one man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. I think she's just trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie what she knows about old CD. Whoops! That is actually a cute picture, though, I'm not gonna lie. Present! First things first. CD. I used to be in the police force. I'm incarcerated now, I don't pick much information in here. I can help you out with the new menu at Travian. Hey, come on, Maggie! Don't your spirits fall? Okay, well, I guess we won't worry about that then. Mr. Kudo. Ah, I feel much better after this trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It was like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. It's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? But you just said you felt much better. Maggie. There's something on your mind, you gotta tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger! I'll spell it all. I'll spell it all and see what you make of it. Please do. Please do. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table. It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what does this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Oh, the plot thickens! Oh, alright. Go talk to Gumshoe. Yeah. The main server just went up in smoke!
Heck, isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, there's a problem with the internet, too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. Don't have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! This was some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot to-trot girlfriend.
This place really is buzzing.
You must be going down. It's really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
It's a gumshoe.
Can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We got a big problem here today.
Why? What's going on?
Hey, it's a virus. A virus? A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
I need to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
You got money trouble. You want to diet with instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. That lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. Seems I ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts.
Really?
Well, go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture.
Hey, wait a minute.
What did you just say?
That lady.
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what the story is with that lady.
So, what really is a computer virus, don't you?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
Look at that face, pal. Think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, in simple terms, of course. Really? I know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? I wonder if the feeling they're making fun of me.
Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but let me just explain the basics to the two of you.
A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, full internal. The inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station.
The virus could wipe out all that. It's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Whoa, that's scary.
Yeah. What's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Well, most computers are connected together on a network, right? The virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. It's like a real virus, huh?
But, Nick, I don't even want to make a program like that.
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. I don't even want to destroy it, pal.
No, people don't infect their own machine. They send viruses to someone else's. What? That's horrible.
I get it. Like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right. He wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who? What? Where? When and why did this conversation jump to talking about me?
Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
All different viruses have names, right? I don't feel like I've heard a name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
Name of a virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too.
Well, it's probably a Trojan would be my guess. Okay. So we should ask about the girl. The woman, Violetta. I asked the girl who works over at them to lend it. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She is kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
That's supposed to mean it could be worse.
Her name's Viola Cadavarini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadavarini.
Bruto Cadavarini? You know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him. Bruto Cadavarini's the boss of the Cadavarini family.
The Cadavarinis?
That's not a scary sounding name. You can't touch them, they're way too powerful for the police. But You're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Where did some info on a gumshoe about this family? I just want to ask him about Furio. Oh, this guy, the tiger? Is he famous? Hey, that guy's not a loan shark, you know. Nope, he's a big lone cat. Hence the name. Don't pay him back, and you better say your prayers, because he'll eat you alive.
You're shaking, Detective.
Oh, like a leaf. I'm just, you know, kind of on edge at the moment. If you know what I mean. Cadaburinis. I'm not sure I want to get involved in this, but where are the Cadaburinis? Who are they? It's got a bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Well, trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. Yeah, we got some serious flat in the criminal underworld. You can't touch them. Got too much moolah.
Moolah?
As in, they pretty much control the cash on the city's black market.
The black market, huh? That includes Standard Lender, I take it.
Sure. One sends up the brutal Catabarini. I mean, no one.
Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then?
Yeah. Everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. I mean, she means everything to him.
So, how'd she end up at Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. Well, I heard she and the boss of Tender Lenders are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in the file I read recently on Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Yeah.
I know. I'm also curious about this.
What's Gumshoe? About this. Since it was never found, I figured you were like, oh. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus right now, and this is it. A stupid name, I remember now.
Thought so. Here it comes. So just out of yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick? What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. I'm scribbled on that sports paper right on the CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomb.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's infected every computer on the station, pal. It's MC Bomb.
Can you give us more details, please?
Yeah, what? Well, I already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. Then to release the virus, the demands went in.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. Now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, on every computer and every public office in the city. Everyone's gone nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses? It feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus to the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, because this one's so powerful. Estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
Millions? That's gonna be worth that much? Not located in the court, right?
Can't believe it. I also got the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
A lunchbox? Do you remember? The weenies? You don't remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh, yeah, it was weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah? That's what you said, really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen. So I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor, get have pal and deliver this.
This sure is a heavy burden.
More ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick? Well, you don't have to eat all those, too. A tenderly handmade lunchbox was also with love and plenty of weenies. Man.
Maya again.
I really can't eat anymore.
It's okay, it's okay.
Let us, I guess, go give these to... Okay, well, let's go somewhere else then. Well, I should probably ask about the virus, right? I guess... I never really asked you about Len, really. About Mr. L. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just say you said something about him being in trouble. Gotta find out what this trouble was exactly. I think she's not gonna tell us. About Mr. L? Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. He said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Uh-oh, the robots are learning how to lie. Recycle. Yes, Mr. F was like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Oh, that is a very light reference. With the way that's worded? Oh, man. For those that don't know, that is a reference to Castlevania.
What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets?
The line Dracula says when approached by, I believe, Simon? Maybe Richter. Like right when they're about to do a fight, and then he throws his glass down.
Ah, but enough talk. Let's fight.
Something like that. Basically the same. I'm glad I got that. Mr. L is like every other man in his own pile of secrets. That's great. I wasn't ready for that. Alright, I don't know if we can do it, but let's do it anyways. Maybe we can see if we have it. If not, we can always just bail. Alright, bounce troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. L was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where this gets me. Mr. Basil. Miss Basil, not Mr. Let me ask you something. Did Mr. L's troubles have something to do with this? Probably MC Bomber, right? Well, what do you think? I'm not sure. Let's ask one of the programmers. Hey, excuse me, can you answer this man's query, please? The data queue that manages system tasks for troubleshooting multi-task simulation for local variables we put in sleep mode on that day. None of this makes any sense, by the way. This is all just like random garbage. Obviously. So I'm afraid that is the situation, you see. Did you good people follow all that? Not even slightly. Look at that mumbo jumbo. Exactly as my programmer explained. I'm guessing I picked the wrong piece of evidence there. I can put another question. Let me ask you something. We did gamble a lot. The lottery and whatnot. I don't know if I have enough here, though. I'm unsure. Okay. He's not back yet. I guess they're not back yet. I mean, this game was 2004, right? So it's a little rough. Don't really know how to refer to Armstrong here. Head bandage? I don't think we have anything to refer either. Well, we might. But I don't know if we know enough yet. Maybe I missed something? I guess read the end first, and then... Perhaps I missed something here? There's like a whole bunch of... Oh! Thought it would've been up here, but... Wow, look at this mess. They're all betting tickets. Shut up, betting tickets. We're betting on which horse will win a given race. Horse racing tickets. Oh wow. Those are stuffed full of these. I think they're all losing tickets though. But that's losing horse race tickets gathered up. Aha! How many tickets would get you, what, a buck down at the recycling center? I don't know, you're so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just seeing them as evidence value. That's probably what we need. He's a gambling man. Likes to gamble, huh? Glenn's troubles. Alright. Something to do with this. His horrible gambling addiction. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets. All losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Subtle whiff of hypocrisy, I smell. But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenelg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Doug's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? The tickets. Yes. The lottery. Horse racing? Bought a lot of tickets. And lost a lot of times. It's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to cause some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Oak won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Doug's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Probably with the tiger. Curio Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender. People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Think you're one to talk? Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. L. Do you think Glenn had something to do with this Curio Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? I've got proof that Mr. Oak and the Tiger knew each other. That would be probably the CD, right? Whoops. The MC Bomber. Oh, maybe not. Correctly according to the source code. Obviously. Oh, you know what? I think I'm getting ahead of myself again. I have a lot of friends, Mr. Wright. You think Glenn had something to do with this Curio Tiger? Or not a lot of friends? I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Yeah, me with the Tiger. Yeah, I got ahead of myself. It was because they were meeting over the CD. Curio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. The only thing the loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Nike couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. Well, I got lucky and won the lottery. What if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. Talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. With closer cracking her. Program in question. Was it by chance
This? The thing that I showed you earlier, but was wrong about because I did it too early? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's affecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. Nice. Lens troubles. Lens had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Len was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Trevian. Where do you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. L was the creator of the virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Punchy was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, it was marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. Computer virus made by Glenn L. Potentially worth millions of dollars. I guess we won't be needing these horse race tickets anymore. Glenn L's losing horse racing tickets. Throw them back onto the floor. Use a trash can, Nick.
No! You make me. You make me do it. I do what I want. I'm a grown man.
I'm a big, strong man. Yeah, we're bettering. Okay. Well, we do have violas? Viola? First o'clock? Maybe we can do it? Yeah, you. Was about like her upbringing or something? Or her connection? I don't remember. Right, the head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury on the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Ooh. Well, she's a cadaverini, right? Or she should be. Was paid by the tiger. Terrible for $1,000. For like a car or something, right? Maybe she was in an accident? Yeah, she was. Hey, if you're a car repair bill from this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. Bill was made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? I'm still speaking like a robot. That's my bad. Lily tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. This is your grandfather. Or your dad? I know exactly who you are. Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Happened about 4 months ago. I was driving one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbiker, something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try and avoid it, but... Interesting. I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? Guessing they didn't get away with the injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have. Is it possible that the person who committed the hit and run have been... well, based on that image, it was the tiger. Yeah. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided. The motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all. Is he? It was the tiger who caused Milo to crash. I can feel it. Or it was. Plus,
Whoever locks this probe, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cataparini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. His bike. Absolutely demolished. Well, not exactly a motorbike. Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? Just notice the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Oh, and that is the death of the Joy-Con. Time to swap. I was hoping I could get through this without having to swap them. Fortunately, no. That's why I've been ignoring it. Oh, I will have to swap the Joy-Cons. Which is fine. Oh my god, get in there. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to... Dang, alright, one moment. I'm gonna have to reset the Joy-Cons here. Controllers. Because one of them is set to 2 and one of them is set to 1. Change grip / order. There we go. Cool. Notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cataparini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Curio Tigre. The Cataparinis have known for ages who caused this accident, haven't they? That's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. He was kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. Believe him. Really? Would you honestly believe that to be true? You want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you. Someone else. Probably, the good old Bruto here. Yeah. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but... Your grandfather, Bruto Cataparini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? You are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but... You weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cataparini. You think Mr. Tiger, or Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Dang, that's a lot, actually. $1 million operation? Man, you need to get some better health insurance. Better yet, yeah, just fix that, or health insurance in general. That is a whole conversation that does not need to happen right now. Not while playing Ace Attorney. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, it told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too bad. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle the score. Basically, hey, we're getting into some serious trouble. $1 million bucks? It has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. But it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cataparini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh, but I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers?
Widow Catavarini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. A $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Good morals to have, I guess. Everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Fair enough, run into the trash. Alright. Well, I believe there's only one Cyclock left. That is... Fabienne. Yes. Ah, bonjour! I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong? Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Has got anything to say to you fellas?
Ah! It's Zinny up! We call him Zinny Eel. Ah!
I'm off from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over. What? Who's wanna play games with me? I don't remember that. I don't recommend that. The medical papers. Now.
Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Catavarini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Well, Miss Cataverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You wanna know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. I tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. They think she's got power because she's Bordel's little girl. Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that too.
Eh, oui.
Mr. Armstrong.
Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him.
Ugh. That really hurt. Is that all you've got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, alright?
That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, pal! Gumshoe?
Oh, the right pal.
Detective Gumshoe? The detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Ah! Whoa, come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But, go, pal, and take this. You get hurt. Who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
Yo.
That's that saxophone? That is 100% synth, but I'm down for it. I think you want that guy tomorrow in court. Under Linder is going down.
Ooh, that's it. Alright. Good timing, too. It's time for us to end. So we have our final trial tomorrow. And it will be tomorrow indeed. Because that's it. That's all we got. That's the end of the stream. That's all we're doing. We got through our first the first trial, we got the second day investigation, got another trial tomorrow. And then we move on to the next case, I believe. I believe that's next. Go to case 4, which will be an interesting one from what I know about this. This next one's a little very short. The next one is very, very short, but it's a really good one. So we'll probably actually be able to get through all of that tomorrow, and then we'll have we can start up case 5 and then finish that up next week. And then I don't
know what to do from there. I mean, obviously we're gonna start Fire Emblem 6 soon. But I might take a couple days and play some more stuff. Like Gear again. I say, and then I never do. But I do want to. I do want to play some Gear. We'll see, we'll see. Regardless, I don't got anything? I don't think. I mean, we're, good to go. We got all of that squared up. We're getting through the cases. It's a good time. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. My voice work is just slowly melding everyone together into one uniform voice. And I don't know how or why that keeps happening, but it does. But that's fine. It's fine. I'm trying. It's hard. All right. It's one of those things that I like. If I were like actually like recording it all, it'd be a lot easier. They just go back and redo the voice lines and stuff. But that's not the case. We're doing it live. Regardless, if you don't know, it's VODs channel. All the VODs go there. You can do exclamation point VODs in the chat, or there's links. There's a couple of them. There are a couple spots for it. We'll take you there. Everything goes up at noon the next day. I gotta go back and do some chapter selection stuff for yesterday's stream, the D&D stream, which is up. Or should be up. I hope. Nope, I didn't. Sometimes I accidentally schedule things for the wrong day, or for like the wrong time. But it should be up right now. I'll double check that real quick, but that should be there. Fun thumbnail. I have a lot of fun making the thumbnails for the D&D ones. I might start doing that with the other VODs at some point. Yes, it is in fact up. But I don't know. There's playlists as well, just for easy organization. Though I haven't made like separate playlists for the Ace Attorney stuff. It's all just in one big trilogy collection. But still. So yeah. That's that. Thank you to everyone who stopped by, said hi, or just enjoys it. I mean, you don't have to say hi. It's not required. You can just come in, watch, enjoy the time. That's fine with me. I'm just here for the fun of it, so. So there's that. Thank you to all those people and everyone watching the VODs. I do appreciate that as well. That is all. So we'll finish up this case in probably the next case because case 4 is really short. Well, not so short, but it's like a one and done, like the first ones are. In fact, it'll pretty much be exactly like the first one of this game, in a lot of ways. So until then, tomorrow, somewhere around the normal time, as has kind of become the case at this point. Until then.